All right, in this presentation, we're going to dig deep into exactly the problems, the pain points you have as a realtor, what your day to day activities are, what you are doing, and how you could solve it. This presentation is going to be very detailed. I've got charts, numbers, everything that you want to know to solve some of these pain points. Okay, so let's dive deep into it right away, right? So, here are the main problems your realtor, for example. What are you faced with right now? You're lacking time. That's one of the first major things. You have too much leads, or you have lead overload. The leads are going cold. You're not picking up the phone and calling them. The systems you have are just not that effective. There's no personalization. You're just a commodity in the marketplace. The leads you have are either not qualified, unresponsive, and you have scheduling conflicts happening. People don't want to show up. You don't want to show up. Sometimes you just feel like giving up. Now, all these things are breaking down into different things. Now, for example, in lack of time, you might be multitasking. You might have multiple listings. You can't just manage all of them. You need more team, right? You have low bandwidth for follow-ups. It's too much work for you to do follow-ups every day, right? People keep telling you knock the doors, cold call, reach out, go to events and network. All those things. There's too much to be done. Lack of time for you, right? Lead overload. The leads from open houses are, let's just be honest, they're shit. They're not good. Rely on referrals, shaking hands. Who wants to do that in 2024 going 2025, right? Manual work, centralized database is non-existent. Whatever CRM you have, if you're lucky to have a CRM, is just not working out for you, right? Too much overwhelm, opportunity loss. You're stuck of just chasing the next opportunity. It's just not in a good position. You see all these players, all these agents bringing all this money, but you're not, right? Lack of urgency. The leads are going cold. Leads are coming in. You reply to them maybe in an hour, 2 hours. You wait for the next day. Who knows? Lack of urgency. Delayed response. Not enough time. Again, the leads are going cold. The lead loses interest. Maybe a competitor swaps in. They go into a better agent or someone else. They're shopping for things, wasting your time. Ineffective systems. You have outdated tools. These tools don't connect, right? You have to go from a Google Sheet or to a different app or whatever app somebody sold you on. Too many things. You're getting confused. You're doing manual tracking, for example, relying on spreadsheets, right? No personalization, meaning people just don't relate with you. You feel like everybody's the same. People expect you to do more work, but hey, you're just trying to sell houses. You're not trying to be a clown or dance around, right? You're losing all the opportunities, but people keep telling you have to personalize. You don't know what it means, right? There's a time constraint, low intent buyers, no time for qualifying people. Like I said, follow up without strategy. And again, scheduling conflicts. You don't have the energy and bandwidth to do the follow ups, limited time for that. Who wants to do that? Most of the time, you're working in 95 and you're juggling this real estate dream. So, what's the solution for this? What is this technology we're talking about that's going to elevate you? Here is the solution: having an AI agent on board. Not a lot of realtors are doing this because it's brand new technology. We're testing it out and it's working phenomenally, right? Here's what it looks like. An AI agent leads to lead efficiency costs coming down instead of you picking up the phone or outsourcing it to somebody in the Philippines, an ISA to do it for you. The AI sales agent is going to call it within the minute that the lead comes in, opts in, whatever it is, on your online platform. Opt-ins, ebook you're giving out, qualifying them, making sure they're buyer, seller. What are they looking for? How much money they have? Do they have down payment? Have they went through the process, right? So you're maximizing this volume for scale, which leads to consistent qualifying process, which leads to booking a call with you, a demo, or just coming on a listing, booking a date, time and place, right? What does this lead to? Your follow-ups are taken care of. You have higher opportunities leading to higher conversions. You understand your data, your metrics, how many calls are coming in. Maybe you're not having enough leads, so you need to focus on leads, right? Time saved for you. You're enjoying the process now. You have a machine in place, and you have personalized communication at scale, right? Increasing revenue, time efficiency, saved, more output. Now let's get into the data. Let's compare human versus AI, what that means. Now, in this pie chart, what we're looking at is the human cannot compete with the AI when it comes to calling. You just don't have enough time. Lunch comes, you got to go eat, things of that nature. You have maybe meetings, you have to work on different tasks. So your efficiency in doing these calls, follow ups, leads coming in within the time is 9 to 90. What it means, the AI beats you 90% at this task. So why would you focus on that? That's one metric we're looking at. Now, the next metric is the revenue generated per month, meaning if you were to do it yourself, all these things, picking up the phone, qualifying people, spending time trying to build these relationships, booking these calls, showing up, and these things, the revenue you can generate is 33% versus 66%. The AI is doubling that for you, meaning it can book more calls for you, it can book more appointments for you. So why would you spend time doing that yourself? Once you understand the data, you understand these metrics, there's no going back. It's almost like, days of internet, social media. Why would people go door to door knocking doors when you could do advertising or do social media? You have scale. Same situation. We're seeing this coming. People who are using this technology right now today are going to be the market leaders. They're going to take over the market share. Everybody else is going to struggle. They're going to be behind. So if you're watching this, you're lucky, you're in a good position. The next thing you want to do is start finding out how you could do it. Simplest way is get in touch with us because we are in the game. We're doing this live. Okay. Now we can get into conversions based on, which one is better, but here is an understanding of the difference between the AI and the human. How well does the AI do versus the human? Sure, there's some downsides. It's not always upsides, but we're going to get into it right now, right? So if you were a human and you were to do this, the accuracy on the call might just be a little bit better. Why? Because you can differentiate in a real time just a little bit better, as we're seeing here. But the AI is very close. As it's training, 3 months, 6 months down, it's getting better and better, right? It trains, gets better, so we're not that far behind. Eventually, it's going to be the latency is just going to be gone. You won't have the issue. Now, the speed factor, this is where the AI kind of beats the human at every level. When the lead comes in, me and you both know we're not going to pick it up within the first second or the first minute. AI is going to do that right there, right then and there for you, almost instantaneously. The person behind the line who puts their phone number in is going to be in shock how fast somebody reached out to them. Scalability factor, when it comes to the human, it's going to be hard to find the talent or yourself or team members to do this for you. Why? Most likely because you don't have the budget for it. You can't really afford somebody unless you outsource it to someone in Philippines and India. Again, it's still going to cost you a couple $1,000 a month, let's just say, at base level. And with the AI, the scalability factor is just there is no downs. It's a matter of your budget. Based on the numbers we have, 8 cents per minute, the AI gives the call. So there's no scalability issue in that sense. It beats the human 100%. There's nothing, you can't really compare it. Flexibility, yeah, sure, the human kind of beats the AI. Why? Because you understand that, hey, maybe I got to call this person again. With the AI, you have to understand that, you have to give it the understanding of, maybe this person didn't pick up call again. So the flexibility, obviously, the human is in the real time, it's going to win on that end. Now, the good thing is the consistency is where most of the money is made, right? If you're not consistent with your follow-ups, if you're not consistent with, your pipeline, you're going to lose all the way, whatever business you're in. So the AI beats the human all the time because why? The human, some days, maybe Monday to Friday, works, only does cold calls during his lunch hour, does follow-ups during, there's no consistent. AI, 24/7, as long as you want it, right then and there. So it beats it. So the revenue, our goal for the revenue, we can see the AI is where we need to be if we want to focus on our revenue and how much time we save. All right. Now, here's the interesting part. This is the interesting part that we have to focus on because in any business model, whichever business model you're in, the businesses that are cost efficient with their leads always win. The person who can spend more money on leads beats the person next to it that can't spend money. So if you're getting leads for $50 or $20 and you bring that down to less, $5, $10, you're winning. The market's coming to you. And this is where the big key that you need to focus on. This is why it's very important if you understand this chart right here. Why? Let's say right here, the human can make the same amount of calls with the AI depending on how many leads you have a day. It's not much differentiation. Conversion rate, you could say they're pretty much the same as well, right? The AI is going to do the same job as the human, same thing. Now the revenue, and this is where it gets interesting, right? The AI could do it in much, much more scale, much, much more calls. So meaning your revenue versus the human will be way different. Why? Because the human can make a certain amount of calls, max out at maybe 200, right? If they're full time, there's a cap. There's no cap for the AI, meaning it's just way more efficient at doing that. Now the cost, here's what gets interesting. The AI, the more it goes, the cost decreases for the person using it. But the human, the more it tries to scale, the cost keeps going up. The cost keeps going higher and higher. You have to multiply yourself, multiply commissions, things of that nature. Meaning, if you're trying to scale and you want to understand the metrics you want to hit, how much it costs you per year to run your system, the AI definitely beats the human. At the end of the day, if you have a system like this in place, whether you're wholesaling, you're trying to find people sell houses, or you're a realtor, maybe you run a realtor agency, you have a team in place. If you're not using a system like this, you're going to be losing. Why? Because the costs are going to be rising for you as you try to scale, and also the efficiency is going to drop, meaning the lead cost for your business is not going to be there. You're going to be paying way more money out of the pocket to acquire a lead and convert that lead versus the person who uses a system like this. Their lead cost is going to come down, meaning you can spend way, way more money, present themselves to the market, take that market share, and increase their conversions. So if you are interested in something like this, a system like this, you want to do a free trial, you want to test it out. Right now, we have a very interesting offer for you where we can give you 200 calls for free to test it out, to see exactly how it goes. Train it based on the scripts you have. If you have pre-recording scripts in place, to see if you can replicate the same process that you have. That's the offer we have today. So check out the description below to see if you can join some of the communities we built for you, resources, and don't miss out on this opportunity before it's too late, before the market comes in. Why? Because if you look at it, let's go back to Jeff Bezos, for example, 1994. Who was building e-commerce websites? The people that were, kind of new to the game, testing, blue ocean strategy, not a lot of sharks in the game. They had all the cheap leads, all the cheap, resources. They have access to Google ads for pennies on the dollar. They were building, understanding the market, what's happening, and building infrastructure. You're in the same position right now if you're watching this video. You want to come in the market right now, build this infrastructure, understand it, learn, compound it over time So as time goes by, you're at the forefront, the market comes to you, your revenue goes up, and you can invest in your business to expand it. So if you're watching this video and you're especially watched it till the end, I invite you to click the link below, see if we can connect or maybe hop on a call so we can take this further. All right, thanks for watching this video. I'll see you on the other side.